Dan. I'm heading to La Cane to swim with Glenn and Pepe. It's about 5 o'clock, not quite 5 o'clock on Monday, and I thought I'd make a quick video for you. So I had my first day of class today. I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's a big class. I thought, Spanish 402, literature of Spain from 1200 to present. No one's going to take this class, but like 5 or 6 of the nerdiest people. There's like 25 people in there. So we're going to be doing lots of reading. Of course, it's a lit class. You think we'd be reading. Lots of writing, and then we're going to be doing presentations. All of which I'm really looking forward to. Probably the thing I'm looking forward to the least, as you can imagine, are the every day. Class is only Monday and Wednesday from 1 to 3. But every day in class, we're going to start off with small group discussions about what we've been reading, and we're going to have, some sort of questions that structure our conversation. But we had a small group discussion today about, we were talking about medieval times, which in Espanol is Edad Media, which is no big surprise, middle age. And then we also talked about things that children's stories like Hansel and Gretel and Cinderella and the Three Pigs, etc., what they all have in common. So the worst part was we're sitting in this group of 4 people, and of course, being the only nerd in class, I'm the only one that has a pad of paper out and a pen, so I feel like I should be writing down what everybody says. And the problem was, when they were talking, here's what I was hearing. Yeah, I wasn't hearing shit. So, it was really, really tough. I could catch a word every now and again, but yeah, it was hard, man. I mean, honestly, there were times they couldn't even hear each other. It's like they're so reticent. They can't speak with any confidence at all. Really frustrating for me. Anyway, but Kaylin, my conversation partner, wasn't in class. She's like, this semester, she's like Hermione. She needs a time turner because she has a class that goes until 2, and in our classes we're from 1 to 3. So she comes. It's another Spanish class. She comes running from that one to this one. So she showed up, and we were already gone because it was the first day of class, and so we weren't doing anything. So anyway, Kaylin is an RA in one of the residence halls right across from Mugby, and I was over there talking with Ann, and she called me to find out what we had done. So I told her I would just meet her out, out in front of the residence hall. So we kind of hung out on that little low wall. That low wall I'm talking about right across from Mugby. We just sat there and we were talking about class and, whatever else. And so she kept fiddling with her hair. And I was like, what are you doing? Did you get your hair cut or something? She's like, oh, okay. She said, okay, I need to ask you a question. I need an honest answer. She said, I cut my own hair. How does it look? And of course, that's a loaded question, right? I said, well, what perspective am I looking at it from? She said, I was trying to cut it into 3 levels. Bangs here, and then like intermediate bangs, and then long. And of course, me being the word guy that I am, I said, oh, well, you know what they call bangs in England? They call them fringe. Except I didn't say the word fringe. For whatever reason, the word minge came out of my mouth. And I knew somewhere in the back of my head, because I was so busy, we were also speaking Spanish, that I don't know. The bells didn't go off loudly enough to make me think about what I had just said until I was driving down the road an hour later, and it was like, oh shit. I told her that the hair around her face is called minge. I better tell her that that's not correct. I'm assuming you know the word minge, right? If you don't, you should look it up. Anyway, it was hilarious. She thought it was hilarious. Thank God she thought it was funny. And she's actually fairly down to earth, so there's not that typical awkwardness like I would have with my staff. So anyway, it was very funny. That was my day. I thought you would enjoy it. And I'm almost to Hy-Vee. Got to pick up some food for dinner, and then to swimming, and then back home. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it.